Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing very well. Welcome to this edition of discussion on the Indian Express dated 4th August 2022, and I am back again with some of the major articles from the newspaper. Let's begin with our today's discussion. From page number 3 from the topic of GS2 Polity and Governance, we have an article Government withdraws Data Protection Bill to being revamped, refreshed regulation. So now the government has withdrawn the Personal Data Protection Bill from the Parliament, and that is to come up with a comprehensive legal framework for regulating online space, including separate legislation on data privacy, overall internet ecosystem, cybersecurity, etc. From this article, you have to know why the government has withdrawn the Personal Data Protection Bill, what are the major features of the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019 and what are its objectives, also what are the criticisms involved and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 3 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is about freebies and this topic has been in news a lot lately. So the article is headlined as Need Committee to Look at Freebies Issue, Suggest Measures, says the Supreme Court. Now the centre is in favour to end freebies by the political party, that is done by using public money. And this is generally done to lure the voters. Therefore, the Supreme Court has sought suggestions in a week from all the stakeholders, that is from government to the opposition. So from this article, you have to know about Supreme Court's recent observation on freebies and also what are freebies, the issues linked to them, and also suggest the ways to handle them. Moving further on page number 3 itself, from GS2 International Relations, it is headlined as Concern in Delhi over not being part of the US-led Critical Minerals Alliance. So here we are talking about the Minerals Security Partnership, which is a new US-led partnership to secure the supply chains of critical minerals, or you can say the rare earth minerals, and this is aimed at reducing the dependency on China. So critical minerals involve cobalt, nickel, lithium, and also the 17 rare earth minerals. Now, cobalt, nickel, and lithium are required for batteries generally used in electronic vehicles, and rare earth minerals are critical in the trace amounts that are generally used in semiconductors and high-end electronics manufacturing. From this article, you have to know the Mineral Security Partnership, what are its objectives, and has India joined it? Also, what are the future prospects? Moving on page number 8 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as Rajya Sabha unanimously passes the anti-doping bill. So Rajya Sabha yesterday passed the National Anti-Doping Bill, and this is to regulate the anti-doping activities in sports. So from this article, first of all, you have to know what are the highlights of the National Anti-Doping Bill and also what are its objectives and what is the need. Alright, moving further on page number 9 from GS3 Environment section, the article is headlined as Government gives nod to stronger climate targets for 2030. So now India is committing itself to at least 45% reduction, that is the emissions per unit of GDP. And that is from the 2005 levels, whereas the existing target was 33 to 35% reduction. So from this article, you have to know about the new nationally determined contributions targets and what are their objectives. Moving on page number 12 and 16 from GS2 International Relations, there is an article about the China-Taiwan issue. So Taiwan between the giants. This article is written by Mr. Shyam Saran, and the writer says that Taiwan is being a proxy in a fight between big powers, that is China and the United States, and that is the most uncomfortable position for any state to be in. Again from page number 16, there's another article from China-Taiwan issue, and this is related to the US House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. So from this article, first of all, you have to know the China-Taiwan tensions and what is the One China policy, and what is the genesis of the China-Taiwan issue, what has changed as of now. Moreover, what are the implications of the rising tensions for India and what is the possible scenario ahead? Moving on page number 13 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as Presidencies Founding Movement. So this article is written by Mr. Manish Tiwari. It says that why the President of India is also the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. So from this article, you have to know about the President of India, also the powers and the functions related to the President. Moving on page number 15 from GS3 Economy sector, the article is headlined as Why has turnover threshold for GST e-invoicing been halved from October 1? From this article, you have to know what is the decision on the threshold for e-invoice, what is e-invoice generation under the GST. Further on, what does the lowering of thresholds for e-invoice signify? Moving on page number 16 from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as A Chinese Spy Ship, Its Trip to Sri Lanka and India's Concerns. So from this article, you have to know why is a Chinese spy ship heading for a Sri Lankan port and what does it mean for India and what are the concerns associated. Alright, with this we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.